Hello and welcome back. In this series of videos, we're looking at the Casio FX260 calculator, and I'm going to take you through a tutorial of how to use your calculator's features that you'll need for the HiSET exam. This calculator does a lot of things that we won't need to do, but I want to show you the functions that I think you might see on the test. I don't know for sure because I haven't seen the test, but I think that these are possibilities based on the training materials that we have. So let's get started. This is part of the introduction to the course, and I'm going to just go ahead and look at this first set of buttons. If you have the study packet, you have this worksheet in there. Okay, the first button that we're looking at here is the clear button. And let me zoom in a little bit. This is going to be a little bit difficult, but we'll make do. The clear button, which is this one, it's the C. And to find that on your calculator screen, it's going to be right here. So that didn't work very well, did it? It is the red button, the C, on this particular calculator. Some of them are not red. Some of them are blue or yellow. Depends on the background color of your calculator. But the clear button is going to clear the last entry you typed. For example, if you type in 114 and you meant to say 224, you could hit the clear key and it will erase the 114 and allow you to type the 224. All clear, on the other hand, AC, which is right here. Let me draw a line there. All clear is going to clear everything that you have entered. So it's essentially taking the calculator back to its brand new state. It erases everything that you've put in there. The shift key is this very first key. Let me see if I can highlight that for you right there. This is the shift function, or the shift key. It's not a function. And that's going to allow you to access everything in orange on this keyboard. So let me see. I'm not sure this is going to show up, but let me zoom in so you can see a little better. Everything in the orange up here on tops of those keys, those are second functions. So any of those things require the shift key to be able to use those keys. And then the backspace is a handy one to know. Backspace is this arrow right there. Backspace allows you to erase one digit at a time. So if you type 115 and you meant to type 116, you don't have to start over. You can just backspace one and put in the number that you need. So these are 4 navigation keys that you need to know just to be able to move around on your calculator screen. Okay, this next one is actually a math problem that we need to do, and it is a decimal problem. So let's go ahead and put in the decimal problem that we need to do, and the decimal key. Again, this is going to be a little harder than I thought, but the decimal key is right there. It's this, that's just not working, is it? So let me try something else. Let's try an actual yellow pen. There we go. There's the decimal key. Right there. And to use this key, you will need to type the following, or to do this problem, you will. We need to say 3 6/10. So the first thing you want to press is all clear. always start with all clear and always end with equals. So 3.6 plus 6.007. This is read, pronounced 3 6/10 plus 3 7/1000. And if you don't know your decimal places, I would strongly recommend that you review those. We'll do a little bit in this tutorial, but I definitely would review those places, the names of those places. So the answer to this problem is 9 607 thousandths. And let me just remind you of the keys that we used to do this one. Your decimal key, the addition key, which is right there. And I'll tell you what, I'm making a bit of a mess here, so let me erase those off. Try this again. I apologize. We have the decimal key. We have the addition key that's involved here. Of course, the equals key. What I do want to point out to you, and this is so very important, that your calculator does not understand a comma. So if you see a comma in your number, please do not press the decimal key. That is a different thing entirely. So that decimal key and the comma key are not the same thing. Okay, and obviously this information is just from the picture that I got off the Casio website, so it means nothing to my problem. I'm just using the face of the calculator to show you where the buttons are. Okay, moving on. This one is a fractions problem, and this key is, in my opinion, this calculator is worth the cost entirely because it will do fractions for you. It does it without any work with common denominators and all that. It will do all that for you. So to put this one in, we have 1 3/5. So there's the fraction that are mixed number that I need to put in. I'm going to use the fraction key, and that's the ABC key. So 1 ABC, 3 ABC, 5. So if you're looking at the calculator face, I'll get the hang of this in just a minute. If you're looking at the calculator face, it's the ABC key right there. And then we need to add to that mixed number, so we'll use, we need to subtract in this one. We use the subtraction sign. 2 ABC 7. So there is the written out expanded version. 1 ABC 3 ABC 5 minus 2 ABC 7 equals, and you get this very odd looking output. And this is just your calculator's way of saying 1 11/35. The calculator will always go to lowest terms for you, so you don't have to worry about reducing fractions either. So to do this problem, I used, of course, all clear and equal. Those are in all of them. I used the fraction key and the subtraction key to get this answer. Okay, moving on. Let's get one more and then I'll break the video so these don't get so long. Okay, before I actually show you the calculator steps for this one, I want to show you what it means, because some people have not had these before. Let's just talk about what this is actually saying. In this type of problem, 4 is called a base, and 3 is called an exponent. So if you are going to work this out without a calculator, you would have to say 4, 4, and 4. There are 3 of them, and you would multiply those together. So you would say 4 times 4, that's 16, and that times 4 is 64. And this 4 is coming from there. So we would say that 4 to the 3rd power is 64. This is called the power. Okay, to do this on the calculator, you need the exponent key. This is one way to do it on the calculator, and that's right here. So that's the key that I want to use to get this answer very quickly. All clear. 4, exponent key, 3, equals is always my last step. And you should get 64 as your answer. So this is how you do an exponent. Okay. Let's do, actually, I am missing a problem, so I'm going to stop the video, put that problem in, and I'll see you in just a second.